This is what I have to do in my own backyard. My husband had to put this thing up, and I had to go over there and put up 10 and lean it up against the fence because she's never ever come around. I've never seen her do yard work or come in the side yard. She cut that palm tree up in the corner so she could put a Bluetooth speaker and point it this way with something over on repeat, going on repeat as loud as it can to aggravate me while I'm relaxing in my backyard. Then she put a camera up in her window over there, and she's facing it towards the backyard, and she's recording me in my backyard with privacy fence all the way around my yard. All the way around my yard, I have privacy fence. Now I have this lady next door. I never did nothing to her. Don't even know her name. I had to look her up. She freaking cusses my company out. My family that comes over. She comes out there with a camera, putting it in her face, saying all these obscenities to me. She told the cops that I beat my kids. I'm a pedophile. I sell guns, and I sell drugs. All kinds of freaking crazy shit, dude. And she follows me around in my front yard filming me. She's not allowed on my property, but she follows me around in my front yard filming. Now she has a camera in that window over there. Oh my gosh, you don't know what I've been dealing with. She exposed herself out that window. When I'm back here working in the yard, she bangs really, really hard like this with both hands on the window, screaming. And when Steve come out here and looked, she exposed herself and was rubbing her boobies, saying nasty, nasty, vile things. And then she turned around, because Steve picked up his phone to record her. She says, "Oh, you're filming my 4-year-old daughter's window? You're a pedophile." She looked all innocent. "You're such a pedophile." She's evil. When I'm out here talking to the neighbor, she puts the Bluetooth speaker, and she puts the most annoying thing that goes over and over and over, and she plays it, pointing it over there while she's filming me talk to the neighbor, screaming obscenities. I never did nothing to her. She rode by 4 or 5 times the other day, and I flipped her off. And that's what I did. After she freaking called when I was in my yard watering it, and she was trying to get her boyfriend arrested, she told them that he was beating her and the kids. He wasn't. That was the only way she could get him out of the house. She lied. She files false reports. She stopped out here and was screaming at me the other day, and I pretended I was going to spray her, but I didn't spray her with a water hose. And she went back in the house and called the cops. And I asked the cops, I said, "What should she do, wet herself?" Because I did not touch her with a water hose. She called them and told them that I assaulted her with a water hose. I never sprayed her. Never. Never sprayed. I swear to God. I swear on my kid's life, I did not spray her. And she's got her front camera pointed right at my front door, filming me, filming everything I do. Everything I do. This is what I gotta do. I gotta put 10 up in my corner so I can peacefully relax back here, because she'll just put something on repeat on the speaker. She literally trimmed a bush in her yard so the sound can go through to my yard. I'm serious. And you know, whenever she was exposing herself, Steve was trying to film, but he was talking to the police at the same time, and they said, "Just ignore her. This is a civil matter. Just ignore her." And he said, "She's exposing herself." That's freaking criminal, dude. You exposed yourself to my husband. I mean, this is every day. I had to leave my house. I had to be gone all day. First thing this morning, she knows I come back here and I work in my yard, and I love to do gardening, and it's the only thing I do around here, and she knows it. And she comes back here and she looks in my backyard, and then she freaking puts a Bluetooth speaker on the corner of her fence, and it's on repeat, and it's doing some but it's saying something. I can't understand what it's saying. Dude, she cusses me out. She cussed my friend out the other day. Said that she looked like I don't know. Well, I don't want to repeat it. It was horrible, because This is one of my best friends in the whole world, and she'll give you the shirt off your back, dude. And this lady don't know me or her. She does not know neither one of us. I never did anything to her, I swear. Never. When she moved in, she started with the neighbors on the other side, and she gave them hell for months. And then she started in on the kids and the lady across the street. Now it's my turn. And I'm telling you, this lady's psycho. She's got two, she just had a baby. She's got a 4-year-old and a baby. And I'm going to tell you right now, these cops, they need to get their ass in gear, because they need to give her a psych evaluation before something happens to them kids. I swear. And she keeps making false reports on all of us, dude. All of us. Over and over and over. It's disturbing my life, dude. I can hear her voice and my heart just starts pounding. I don't want to go outside. And I stay outside all day, and it's fucking killing me. I've never had somebody have so much hate and malice and evil and jealousy in their heart towards somebody that they don't know. I didn't think it was possible. I really didn't. I never did nothing to her. And you know what? If she turned around and asked me to help her do something, like with the kids or anything like that, anything, and like she didn't have a ride or something, I would do it for her. I would do it for her. But you know what? I've never ever called the law on anybody in my life. Ever. And she's about to get the law called on her. The cops don't want to do nothing because they don't want to write it up. They saying it's a civil matter. The things that she's doing is criminal. It's not civil. I looked up all these laws that she's doing, and she's breaking the law one after another after another. She listens to everything that we say on the back porch. She listens. I don't know what she does. She records things, and then she gets it twisted. I don't know. But everything she says is a freaking lie. I'm sorry if I'm cussing. I am. I'm so freaking upset. I left for the whole day today. And I asked Steve, I said, please, because she was already starting first thing this morning, putting that Bluetooth speaker, facing it towards my backyard. Because she knows I come out here and I do this every day. I water my flowers and stuff. I do some trimming. I do yard work. And she knew that. Yesterday, I got her on camera. I had to go buy new cameras for my yard. Yesterday, I got her on camera. I put the ladder under the camera, the one I just mounted on the corner of the house on her side. And I went inside to go do something, and she seen me go inside, and she ran out and put that Bluetooth speaker at the corner of her house, and it's only like 6 feet away, and faced it towards me and put it on high with it saying that over and over and over, because she thought I was going to come back out and climb up that ladder. Dude, I can't do this. She's psycho. There's something wrong with her mind. Somebody normal cannot do these things. And I need help. I need help from the Hernando County Sheriff's Department. And I'm not getting anything. If they would just sit around the corner, if I called them over here right now, she would be screaming, making up lies and all kinds of stuff. I have to go sneak to go talk to them, or she'll go off. And she'll just keep it up all day long. And I've asked them to help me. They wouldn't help me. They were looking so hard up and down the road for cameras and for somebody to back up what she said about me spraying her. It was a straight up false report. It was a lie. And I truly, truly believe that she lied to get that guy out of the house, because they moved in over there together. And I think the only way that because she would have to evict him and go through a process, the only way that she can get him out of there is by lying and saying that he was abusing the kid and her. That was a straight up lie. I know it was. He was back there in the backyard and played with that little girl every day, and I never heard her cry ever while that lady was at work, ever. So, and she's crazy, and I think she pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. Maybe he's had to slap her around, but I don't believe anything about the kid. And if he did happen to hit her, she needed more than that. She needed more than that, because, I really believe she's lying on him. She lied on me. She lied about all kinds of stuff to the cops, telling them all kinds of lies. All I did was go out and water my grass after about the cops sat over there for about an hour trying to get him out. And And I do this every morning. I have a routine. And I was coming around the side of the house, and she's seen me. And she's like, there's Jen. She's being nosy. Girl, I can hear you in the house. I don't have to come closer to hear what y'all are freaking screaming about over here. I don't. And they act like they know us. She calls me by my name. The guy calls Steve by his name. All this stuff. And I don't know. I had to look their names up. They act like they've known us. Or they don't know anything about us. It's insane. I've never seen. She's a pathological liar, and she's crazy, dude. She's crazy, and I need the cops to do something about it. If they could sit around the corner and watch her, they'll see what she does. She intentionally goes out of her way to impose threats on me and to make me not want to go in my own yard. And she's doing it out of evil intent. She goes out of her way to harass me, to harass anybody that visits my house, my family, my friends. Steve just got out of the hospital, and the other day when she stopped, after I flipped her off like the third time, that's the only thing I ever did to her. I never started, and she went and told the neighbors I started. While I was talking to the neighbor, and she's like, did you tell her how you cussed me out in front of my kids while I'm riding down the road and you flipped me off? And she's saying all that, and she's cussing obscenities, and she's got a baby on her hip. And because see me, I have never had a conversation with her ever. I don't know what she does I don't know anything about her, and I could care less. We stay to ourselves. The people on the other side, that they've lived here 30 years. We've lived here about 12 years. Yeah, and this girl next door just moved in maybe a year ago. And this is insane. Insane. And the cops said when she was on the other people on the other side, constantly the cops were being called every day. And I can't believe that they don't want to take her off to jail and to get her to stop making these false reports and these allegations against people. They just let her do it. They let her do it. They walk away, and they leave me to deal with it. And I'm telling you, that lady's crazy. It wouldn't surprise me if she don't do something to them children. That's how far it goes. Because I have, or me, because she told me in the front yard that she was exercising her Second Amendment. She was recording me too, and the cops seen it. He said, oh yeah, I heard that. Well, that's threatening me with a gun, dude. She's on my property line. Threatening me with a gun. And you heard that, huh? And when my husband told you that she was exposing herself, what if there was a dude just doing that in front of a window when girls walk by or a kid walks by? Huh? Just ignore her? Really? She did that in front of my man. Said, here's you something to go whack off to. Here's your video to go whack off to. It's something about me. I always have earbuds. I put my earbuds in because I can't do this. I can't do this. She don't know none of us, and she's evil. Saying the things that she says, such vile things out of her mouth to people that she don't know. My family, my friends, and I never did anything to her. I don't even know her, and it's sad. It's sad because I pray for her, and I've been thinking, okay, maybe one more day, maybe she'll calm down and she'll stop. But no, it's getting worse and worse. And my neighbors, I talked to the neighbors down the road, them two and their grandson, and then the lady she's a single parent across the road. She has an adult son, almost adult. He's in high school, and she has a kid. Their two kids ride to the bus stop with my girls. I let them ride with me. And she's seen that, and one day she pulled over and she says, I can't believe you chose those kids over me. I'm like, I don't even know your name. That's when I knew, that was in the very beginning, that's when I knew she was crazy. That's when I knew she was crazy. And the cops won't do nothing. She'll call them all day long, and they'll be in and out, and they won't do nothing. All they did was get him out of the house, and I know she lied about it. And she's raising these kids to be just like her. And you know what? She's got me thinking, thinking the way I've never thought before in my life. I'm thinking, plotting things out and thinking of ways to do evil things back to her. Or if she cusses me out, I'll start doing it back to her. And I'm not that person. But she's pushing me like to do that. And she does it first, and then she blames you for doing it to her, and it's the opposite. And she's trying so hard to get me to do something to her so she could put me in jail. Like the spraying that I did not do. She don't want to just go throw down and throw some dukes down. No, she wants to hide behind her phone, and then she's going to call the law and put you in jail. That's what she does. But she taunts me every day, all day long. She harasses me all day long. Hernando County deputies, nothing. I pray for her every night. And I wake up and I pray. And I had to leave today. And I was gone all day. And on the way home, I prayed all the way home that I wouldn't have to put up with her shit today. And then I look over there and she's got a camera pointed into the only spot that you can see visible. Because everything except for that little corner over there has chain link fence in between the two houses. So she puts one up in her bedroom window so she can film me and watch me in my backyard. And she does nothing wrong. That's illegal. Exposing herself is illegal. Harassing me every day and my company and all this stuff is illegal. Everything that she's done to me is illegal, and they're saying it's a civil matter, that there's nothing they can do. It's a lie. They don't want to do paperwork. They don't want to do their job. They're supposed to protect and serve. My cousin's Grady Judd. You figured that they would want to freaking do something. She's like, oh, she's lying. Oh, wait, am I? Am I? I also have a judge / defense attorney in my family too. I also have a SWAT member in my family. My son's in the Army. We all have reputable people in our family, and we don't break the law. We go to church, we pray. And this lady moves in next door. She's made my life live in hell the past 2-3 weeks. And even when Steve told him, he's like, we have people, she told the cops that we have all kinds of traffic in our house. She don't have any friends. I've never seen nobody visit her except for the mother of whoever it is. Never. And she says, we got traffic. And Steve's like, I just got out of the hospital. I just had a heart attack. My family's been coming by checking on me. And he said something about it wasn't like this until she moved in. And she says, well, you know, before I ever move, I'll make you have another heart attack. She said it right in front of the cops. And you know what? He's already having chest pain again because he's so freaking stressed out. And so am I. And there's nothing they're going to do. Well, you know what? When something happens to those kids because of her, remember that lady that took all her kids and drove her car into the lake and she left them in there and she got out? That's something like, I'm not trying to say, but this lady, I'm telling you, she is that crazy. That crazy. And obviously she's never had a proper ass whooping or been to jail because she's so quick to like just sit there and nag somebody that she doesn't even know. And she hides behind the cops on her phone. She needs her ass whooped. She needs her ass whooped. You don't sit there and put people down and cuss them and expose yourself and do all these vile things to somebody and get away with it. You can't get away with all that. And the neighbors down there want to go with me any day, they said. And the lady across the street, go to the sheriff's department because we have to go to them. The one time we ever called the sheriff's department to our house, and oh yeah, she's on the line too. That's what the dispatch said. She's on the other line. They went to her house and left. They never came to our house. The one time I ever called them, they never came. But whenever she called them, she kept pushing them to arrest me, and it was a false allegation. She was filming the whole time. She was filming me watering my grass. I put the water between me and her right before her feet because she just said she was going to exercise her Second Amendment, and she was stepping towards me. I didn't have nothing on me. I had to go back inside and get my pistol and put it in the back of my pants because she's out there screaming obscenities at the top of her lungs to people that she does not know, she's never met. She assumes all these things because she got cameras, and I guess her and her old man, all they sit there and do is listen to these cameras. And they record us, or they listen to us on the back porch, or whatever they're doing. And then they're like getting us mixed. They said that we were selling guns and shit, and that was the other neighbors over there, because they're looking us up. They're stalking us on the internet too. Never in my life have I ever had somebody be so evil. My kids are going through it. My old man's going through it. I'm going through it. And you know what? She gets off on it. She gets off on it. And when she does have her kids over there, she's not paying attention to them kids. She's too busy watching me on the camera and coming out here trying to set me up and do vile things. Put freaking Bluetooth speaker pointed my way when I'm working out in the yard so she can aggravate me. Because she thinks she's allowed to do that. She thinks she's allowed to film into my private backyard and get away with it. There's consequences to all these things. And you don't just freaking go and cuss people out and their company and everybody. And we never even talked to them. We never done anything bad to them. Nothing. I gave her a bird. I gave her a finger. And then one time she was cussing the kids out in the road. They're playing in the road. She's cussing and cussing and cussing the kids out. And they're scared to even walk on the sidewalk by her house. And Steve went out there and told her to leave them kids alone. And that actually is what started all of it. But you guys, please pray for me. Please pray for me. I don't know what else to do. She needs to be Baker acted. She needs... There's no telling what else she's going to do. What else she's got up her sleeve. I don't know. I need help, you guys. And if anybody from Hernando County Sheriff's Department is watching this, please, guys, please help me.